Hi, welcome back. Our next pose is Salamba Sarvangasana. Salamba Sarvangasana. This is our supported shoulder stand. Now for shoulder stand, you want to be very mindful to protect C7. So I'm going to show you a supported shoulder stand first, a modified version, and you never have to go past this. We're going to lie down flat, have our friend the block, or whatever you've been using for your support, something that gives some support but isn't painful. We lie down, bend the knees. We're going to press the knees away, raise the hips up, and slide our friend the block on its lowest setting, right about so we can place the sacrum right down onto that block. No pain into the lower back. We don't want it up onto the spinal columns. And we open the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other, opening the front of the chest. From here, we're just going to bring the feet up off the mat, inwardly spiral these thighs and bring the knees towards each other, and raise the legs straight up towards the ceiling. We're going to point through the toes, inwardly spiral the legs. Heels can come apart, that's okay. And then we're going to just pull the toes back. And we're going to stay here, continuing to inwardly spiral these thighs and breathe. Maybe we can try to hold this for 30 seconds. Maybe we can work our way up to 5 minutes or a couple of minutes, whatever your body needs. Come out of this whenever you need to. And we just breathe. Now the shoulder blades have still been working towards each other. Palms are facing the ceiling to help settle the shoulder blades down. That external rotation comes all the way into the shoulder blades. And we breathe. Now, to come out of this pose, we just bend the knees, return the toes down to the floor, feet are flat, press the feet down, press the knees away from you, hips come up, slide the block out from underneath of you, set it off to the side, and settle all the way down. And again, to counter, hug the knees into your chest, give yourself a little rock side to side, big circles, small circles, whatever feels nice to you. And we breathe. And that is a supported shoulder stand. If you want to do the full shoulder stand, I would suggest taking a blanket of some sort or a couple of towels, put them underneath of your mat so that C7, so if I bring my hand back here and I just kind of go down my spine, oh, I've got one right here that sticks out quite a bit. It's about where my shirt collar is. Yours may be a little higher or a little lower, but wherever you find that vertebrae there, as we lie down on our mat, that's where our support's going to be. And the head will come down to the floor beyond that. So I'll put a blanket underneath of the mat so that I have a little lip of some sort here. So if I had a towel underneath, and C7 would go right here on that lip. My head was going to fall off on the other side of it. You walk the shoulder blades in nice and tight. Eventually you may not need that padding, but as long as C7 is off of the mat, you'll be okay. If C7 is pressing down into your mat, put a towel or blanket, something underneath of your mat there so that you have that line all the way across the mat that we can lie down. So here, as I lie down nice and flat, I'm going to start shoulder stand from Halasana so we can get the shoulder placement in. So we lie down flat, walk the shoulder blades in nice and tight. My blanket would be right about here if I was using one so that my C7 would be protected or off the mat. As I reach back there now, C7 is nowhere near the mat, so I'm okay. Shoulder blades are walking in nice and tight. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale. My palms are going to start down. As I exhale, I'm going to roll myself all the way up, toes to the floor, so I can really get my shoulder blades in tight. Bring my elbows towards each other, and then my thumb is right next to my index finger, and I just bend the elbows and rest my hands onto the lower back. Thumb next to index finger, so I'm not going to grab or support, or just lightly giving a little support here, but nothing weight-bearing. So your toes can press down into the mat, or the tops of the feet come down. This is Halasana or plow pose. Once we're settled, we raise the legs. And the thighs are inwardly spiraling, pointing through the toes, and then pull the toes back, but keep the base of the big toe mounds reaching towards the ceiling. And we breathe. Chest is trying to reach up towards the chin. Toes are reaching up towards the ceiling, and C7 is off the mat. You stay here for as long as we can. A couple of minutes maybe. Now there's some other poses that come into this. You are welcome to keep the legs inwardly spiraling and bring one foot down towards the floor. But be mindful the top leg is not turning outward. We want it inwardly spiraling and still reaching towards the ceiling. Maybe we switch sides and breathe wherever we are. And that leg can come back up. Now both will come back down. Back to our plow pose. And to come out of this, link the thumbs. Slow and controlled, bring the bottom towards the floor on top of the hands. And we're going to come all the way up onto forearms. So we use the momentum of the legs to bring us up onto the forearms. Elbows are pressing down, toes are pointing towards the floor, and I press my hips down as I try to arch my back and bring the head down into the cradle of the shoulders. And if that's too much on your neck, just look up towards the ceiling, raise the chest between the shoulders, and breathe. You want to try to stay here as long as you were up in the other pose. And then to come out, remove the hands carefully. Lie all the way down flat onto your mat. And if it feels good, maybe reach up and grab the back of your neck and raise the chin towards your chest. And then gently relax. If you're full of energy and you want to, reach up, grab the ankles, flip up, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, and right back to your seated position. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck with your practice.